National Football League on EA Sports, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Minnesota Vikings and the Indianapolis Colts, and it's coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Minnesota Vikings and the Indianapolis Colts. And a welcome in, everybody, with Brandon Gaudin alongside the one and only Charles Davis. And CD, lots of compelling storylines in a game like this. Let's take a look at some of the numbers for these two offenses.
And I'm glad you brought up the numbers, because sometimes it's hard to quantify a team's performance solely by judging the numbers. But I think with these two teams, what you see is a pretty accurate representation of who they are.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led onto the field by their 6'6" quarterback, the former Arizona Wildcat, Nick Foles.
And no matter how many times it's said before, Nick Foles will always be linked first to Super Bowl 52 as a quarterback of the Philadelphia Eagles and the game's MVP. Valued by many teams as a high-end backup, we also know that he's capable as a starter.
Go, go, go!
Here's Foles. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Danielle Hunter, the outside linebacker, coming up to drop him for a loss of a full 10 yards. The start less than ideal as they already face a 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Foles. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Brandon, I wonder if someone's down there checking on the head coach right now, because he might be in a little bit of shock after what just transpired. Instead of a lengthy opening drive to deal with, his guy stepped up and stole that drive away. Momentum on their side now. How will they attack on offense?
So excellent starting position here for the Vikings. Leading them out is their 6'2" quarterback, who was a 4th-round pick back in 2012, Kirk Cousins.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice, because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Cousins gives way to Cook. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brandon, that's what you call being manhandled at the point of attack, and I know the offensive line gets a lot of blame for that one, but occasionally the defense just knows what you're going to do. Maybe they scouted it perfectly, maybe someone tipped it off, but on that play, it had no chance.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. 3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Kirk Cousins. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? But I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
Joseph connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Just a 4-play drive that time, and it's capped off by a 13-yard touchdown run. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Fielded right around the 8. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Foles. That's going to be caught by Allie Cox. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That's on the tackle, Braden Smith. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Foles. And it's incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he will not be able to get away as Foles is taken down. Patrick Jones in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. That's exactly what happened on that play.
To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. KJ Osborne deep for Minnesota. This will be fielded at the 17. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them.
He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 32 that time. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Cousins now. The 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
This guy's proven himself to be one of the best in the NFL. He brings an added dimension to their offense with his ability to read defenses and know when he's able to pull it down and take off and go.
From the red zone now, Cousins. Flushed out right. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. Well, you don't expect too many quarterbacks to be adept at breaking away from would-be tacklers, but this is uncommonly good right here as he's able to get away.
Yeah, and at the risk of sounding just a little bit trite, this is just a tackle that needs to be made. It's one thing when you've got a bruising 230-pound running back coming your way, but when it's a quarterback who's running for his life, your teammates will tell you, you've got to get him on the ground.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Colts are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Throwing there, but this pass is going to end up incomplete.
Well, they got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Now Foles. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
No gain on the play. It's 4th down. Bring a first down Sanchez on the punt for the Colts.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
With the score, Vikings 7, Colts 0.
Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. On the return is Osborne. 54 yards on the punt there, 15 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. In a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly, but here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they better take advantage of it, because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
Here's 2nd and 9. They run it again with Cook. And he'll work this one up to about the 38.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play, because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
Cousins. That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a... Keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a 1st down.
A 2nd down throw for Cousins. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a 1st down himself.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Cousins. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
Fourth down, field goal try coming, so Cousins is off, and on comes Greg Joseph for Minnesota. This is a 26-yard attempt. And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here. Got it inside the 10. Still not a first yet. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the Vikings' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bowling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Joseph connects on the extra point, and it's now 14-0.
Greg Joseph to kick off for Minnesota.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Fielded right around the 8. Well, now how about this return? And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Foles throw caught by Pierce.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. He'll drop to throw. Now he's flushed out, and he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Daniil Hunter, that is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Here's Rigoberto Sanchez on to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded just inside the 20. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. That is caught by Thielen. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 30 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Now Cousins. His throw incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
Cousins again. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
They really look comfortable there, scanning the situation, analyzing things, feeling the pressure, and then stepping up right through the middle and sprinting for a first down.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Quiddy Pay getting in there and burying him behind the line. Remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that could spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
Throwing on 2nd and long. Cousins. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Vikings would extend their lead here just before halftime.
Well, I don't think that we're ready yet to say the route is on, but they have certainly looked near flawless here in this first half, and now an extra point away from making it 21-0.
Yeah, and your experience led you to say that because we have both seen those 21-0 leads come and go in this league, but this one feels pretty darn secure. And here's the other part.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They're taking a peek at whether. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Joseph connects on the extra point,
and that makes the score 21-0. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays.
And it ends with a touchdown pass to Adam Thielen. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded right around the 8. And not much happening on the...
This offense ready to get back out there as they'll have the football to start the 3rd quarter. Starting the 3rd quarter with Cook. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Throwing, Cousins. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
And the Colts are going to take possession of...
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, this defense has had its share of problems getting guys to the ground. And here's another example. They never should have allowed this play to gain as many yards as it did, but poor tackling early in the play led to big yardage after the fact.
And the next-gen stat shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick. Initial contact.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. On 3rd down, Cousins. And that is incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
And look at this. It's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Now here's a pass on first down. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Certainly a rarity for all but an elite couple of quarterbacks in this league to have a 100-yard day on the ground. Heck, even running backs don't hit the mark as often as they used to. Nice to see them keep calling his number once they saw he was in line for a special game.
Cousins on first down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Third quarter here in Indy. This is 2nd and 10. Cousins. And now he'll turn, and off his back foot, he'll heave this deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. To throw, Cousins. Oh, and he'll just get rid of this one deep. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that one, that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
There he goes, and for good reason. Running with it has paid dividends earlier in this game and earlier on this drive. And until they prove they can stop him, I don't think he's going to be shy about continuing to run for first downs instead of airing it out.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, you don't see a ton of draws called on 1st and 10, and often with good reason, because most defenses are ready for early down runs and often stack the box to limit those gains.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Here's Cousins.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Fast, slow, it doesn't matter. If you give a quarterback enough room to escape, he can hit you for a big gain. You've got to give him a little more focus moving forward.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out. Back now in Indianapolis. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 4 of 7. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. That one goes for 8 yards.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Throwing is Cousins. He'll bite, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Quiddy Pay able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Cousins. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. To throw is Cousins. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line.
That's Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker who got in and dropped him to the turf. Well, we saw him score on the ground earlier in the ball game. This time, the defense says not so fast.
Yeah, that's good scouting and good awareness, isn't it? Because you always have to be wary of him keeping it himself, especially in this part of the field. Because if he doesn't like what he sees, you know he'll take off and try and go for it himself.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kirk Cousins. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Vikings have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. I've heard.
We are in the 4th and final quarter as the offense will have the football starting this drive 1st and 10. Now Cook running right. And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
On 2nd down, it's Cook again.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
74 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll run with Cook. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Line of scrimmage at the 4. Here's 3rd and goal. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. 4th down now after a loss loss of 2.
But when the ball snapped from the 3 down near the goal line, I think in days gone by, we thought many teams would run the football, but on 3rd down in today's game, I expect them to throw it. A little counterintuitive there. They tried to run it, instead spilled for a loss.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this one will not work out. It is incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. Offense.
Well, this ball game was close throughout. Remember, it was neck and neck at intermission, neck and neck at the end, but a great job to come in here in a tough environment, Charles, and get the victory.
Yeah, tough environment indeed. How about all the people we can hear shouting from their seats right below us, partner? They weren't real happy that their team didn't keep the home field. How about how these visitors came in, calm every step of the way, even with all the pressure, and found a way to get out of here with a win.